Hello everyone and welcome to the Slightly Geeks Doctor Who Series 9 episode review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Gerling, and today we are reviewing episode 4, Before the Flood. Is it? Yeah? Before
Yes.
the Flood, yes. So here we are now. We're going to give you our review as promised, and well, just give our thoughts and opinions that we thought of the episode itself. So first things first, we are continuing on from episode 3, where the Doctor and I believe it's O'Donnell and what was his name? Bennett. O'Donnell
Yeah,
and
sure
Bennett
names.
travelled through time back to the 80s. It was in Scotland to before the, from what we saw in the end, before the dam broke and obviously flooded the entire village. Now they wanted to kind of piece things together to kind of make a clear picture as to what happened, what went on, and to try and prevent the ghosts from, well, not to prevent the ghosts from appearing, but to get some answers to try and help the situation back in the future. Now, of course, as we saw in episode 3 at the very end, the Doctor became a ghost, although that kind of cleared up in the end and actually became something else, but then it kind of got twisted again and, well, it kind of got a bit confusing, which, by the way, I love. This is why I loved this, well, these two episodes in particular, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So it turns out that the actual ghost wasn't more or less a ghost, but a hologram the Doctor had created to give the impression of a ghost, but to also send Clara a message in order for him to understand what he needed to do in order to get back to the future and set things right.
Now, I never got that bit.
I
It's
actually
so
did.
confusing.
I actually did. It made sense in the end.
I don't know what he did. Like, I'm still grasping at the fact that, well, how can you tell yourself a message to do something that you've already done, to tell yourself to do it?
Because it was the only way for him to go in the stasis chamber to come back to the future and then work out what he needed to do.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go through that multiple times before I realise.
Because he knew after the hologram had given him the message, so obviously only the Doctor can understand his messages, his cryptic messages that he gave, only for him to understand. Therefore, he knew, I actually think he knew exactly what was going to happen. I don't think he knew he was going to die in the end. I think he worked that bit out. I think he was just kind of giving the impression to the...
Yeah, making Clara think that it was... Why would he do that? That feels evil.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time, I doubt it will be the last. So, that is why in particular I loved this storyline. There's a lot of deep... There's no other way of putting it, but there's a lot of deep time travel involved. And I loved those episodes. You know, going back to the past, creating some stuff in the past to kind of affect the future, or later.
I tell you something. When the TARDIS went in the Cloisterbell and then they landed and they saw themselves, I thought that's amazing. I love it when people do that, like when you flash around time streams, because it makes you think. You know, when they recorded this episode, did they record it from different angles, different points of view, just so they could get the shot when they were already there, and that is amazing editing as well to get the correct syncing there, making it look as if it was real. And I just thought it was amazing when I was watching that. I was like, yes, I want him to meet himself just so to cause a paradox, just to make drama. That's the kind of person I'm like.
But that's the thing as well. The explanations of a bootstrap paradox, which is actually real. That is real. There's a whole load of paradoxes. Grandfather, whatever.
Oh, by the way, breaking the fourth wall of at the start, and I loved this bit. I mean, give him a hug from me, right? Him playing the guitar and it leading into the title sequence throughout was amazing.
Yeah. I liked the tune.
Loved that. Yes, I loved it.
But on a personal note, I wasn't too fond of the opening.
What? I love it. I thought it was great introduction.
I suppose the introduction of that was to kind of clarify as to kind of
what was going on. What was
going to go on in the actual episode. Yeah.
Just in case you didn't get it, but it was just I liked that because it was just showing a difference, something different about it. Didn't they say that we were going to do that? Didn't they say that we were going to do that? I'm sure there was an article about it. But anyway,
I'm totally sure.
Oh, I've got it. Oh, there we go. Hello.
But I do know that. Well, from what I've actually heard, the entire series now is going to be a two-parter for each individual storyline.
Yes.
Don't particularly mind, but
it just felt a bit weird though.
You know what happened to the original single stories that just came in and went. I suppose really, in a way, they get more time to kind of tell a story rather than leave gaps out.
They do, and guess what people can do now? They can just take the 2 episodes, stitch them together using a bit of editing, and there you go. You've got yourself a full story there.
By the
You?
way, sorry, no, it's alright. I was going to ask something very stupid then, but never mind. I was going to ask, you know when the flood broke in, what happened to the TARDIS, but now it went into emergency protocols and sent back to the base. Okay, so all in all, the plot was brilliant, and Toby Whitehouse did a great job. Always my favourite, always has been. Now the characters and the actors' performances, back, as I said before, I do wish that we had more of a chance to kind of see more with, well, see, I forgot his name now because he wasn't in that much. The commander, the black guy. Can't remember what his name was now. Pritchard as well. We didn't get to see him much either. But one person in particular, Sophie Stone, I think her name is, who played Cass, the deaf woman.
Ah, yes.
You know she's deaf in real life.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really deaf in real life.
That's really good.
And I wanted to pick up on that because her performance was brilliant. I thought it was just fantastic.
Yes.
I did read a little quick article about her from being a single deaf mother and obviously becoming a leading actress. I thought her performance was brilliant. And of course, the two individuals, O'Donnell and Bennett, especially O'Donnell, the one who's kind of always excited about meeting the Doctor and whatever, you know. I thought the characters in this were quite good. Like I said, I just wish I had a chance to know more about the other two. But then again, I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a great kind of a great team.
Their role was more about being a ghost, really, wasn't it, than compared to being a talking actor.
Now,
I mean,
the writing, like I said before, Toby Whitehouse, brilliant. Doing a great job with these two, and I do hope he comes back later on in the future. As for dialogue and the feeling from it, I thought it was explained quite well. The Fisher King, I didn't. Well, apparently he knows a lot about Time Lords. So I did want to know a bit more about his race.
Can I just add? Actually, I was thinking about that. The Fisher King. Can I just say the person who voiced him loved his voice. I thought as soon as I heard him on the episode, I was like,
there was
wow.
two people. One did the actual voice, and one did the raw.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Well, either way, the one who did the voice I'm talking about, he, amazing voice. It was suited perfectly for the character. However, on the other hand, the costume for him, yeah, I mean, it looks good, but when he talked, it should have looked more realistic. It looked like an old classic episode of Doctor Who when it came to that part, because they had so much at the disposal, you know, with visual effects. And they went ahead and blew it, didn't they, really? Because it didn't look really realistic to me. It felt a bit shoddy, to use the word, really.
Yeah, agree. It was kind of like a very kind of a plasticky kind of Predator look. You know, Predator with the little
slow movements with the mouth and what. Yeah, they could have done that better with the visual effects, but oh well.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind knowing more a bit about his race. But going back to the writing as well, like I said, with the whole time travel bit, it's just, cause obviously the Fisher King has always been dead. So literally, as soon as the Doctor and Clara got there in that stasis pod, was the Doctor. He was always going to be in there.
Yeah.
And this is the idea of the paradoxes, because technically one could assume that when they first landed in that stasis pod was the Fisher King, but then things changed. But then I suppose technically now, because
it's like there's two realities, isn't there? Two dimensions here, and then you've just gone ahead and spliced them together.
But there is only one person, or should I say one individual that will always know how things turn out. The TARDIS.
Ah, yes.
Because the TARDIS knew what the Doctor was attempting to do, as to kind of break his time stream, but I think the TARDIS knew exactly what was going on, because I believe that the TARDIS wouldn't have really wanted Doctor to die, as we saw the TARDIS just have a consciousness, so to speak, but also abides by the law of time, as it is a creature of time itself. You know, creature of the universe, should I say.
Actually, I think the TARDIS is the only one that has full access to the entire timeline that exists in all dimensions, doesn't it? Really?
But then again, the TARDIS can't help. If a paradox is created, then, you know...
Which is why it gives the cloister bell to say to Doctor, hey, you know, what you're doing is a bit stupid.
Yeah, the cloister bell was used quite a lot in these 2 episodes, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've noticed.
Yeah, you know, it was...
A lot of paradoxes.
Yeah. So, all in all, brilliant writing. I do hope you come back soon, Toby Whitehouse. Now, overall feeling, it kind of created a very nice tense atmosphere, you know, and of course it did kind of make your the cogs in your brain tick, didn't it? As to how things were being pieced together. But I thought in the end it all kind of came together nicely, and it was just a really nice feel to a good story, and I feel typical Doctor Who, so loved it. Verdicts, John. Out of
10.
Yeah, out of 10, what would you give?
Oh yeah, that's a tricky one actually. No, go on. I think this has been a really good episode, except for of course my little thing with the Fisher King. 9.5.
9.5. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. 9.5. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, solid. 9.5 out of 10. There were just good little things here and there. On a personal note, I think the beginning was my the transition in the music, however, yeah, fine. But I don't know about the intro, the beginning bit, the pre-title sequence.
As long as it doesn't continue throughout
like that. No, I don't know.
Yeah, like that. Although, can I just add? I did forget. They're keeping with this stupid Sonic Glasses theme, and although it's a good gimmick, they really need to go back to Sonic Screwdriver.
I suppose, yeah. But as I've looked around, the idea of having a Sonic Screwdriver at the beginning was a ridiculous idea, but then it kind of grown on people as the years went by. So I think we need to at least stay with it for a series, and then wait until the end of the series to see exactly what we get from it.
Although we did get a nice humour from that little scene with the glasses and the erasing of the memories. They are keeping the humour there with the, you know, you might lose some other memories as well.
Which technically is quite possible, because the way the glasses end, it goes into the part of the skull where the brain kind of can access memories, I believe.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm just getting horrible imagery in my head now of brains.
So yeah, great episode overall. Love the story. We've gone back to a nice typical Doctor Who kind of area, and I look forward to other episodes in the future like that. Now, next week's looks good, doesn't it? The Vikings, and we've got Macy Williams as well, which will be my first time seeing her act, because I don't watch Game of Thrones. So.
Do you know, I never knew about Macy Williams being in the next episode. I never even saw her.
Yeah,
goes to show what I was looking.
So yeah, until next time, folks. Next week for our thoughts and opinions, and of course next Saturday for the next review, and of course next Saturday for the actual main video. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That is all we have for today, folks.
Join us again next week on another Saturday Geeks video to find out what adventure we embark on next.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment on the video below. Remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos.
Till next time,
take care, stay safe, and remember, let
your geeky side out. Toodle pip.